Chaos and cosmos. Watch over the earth. They focus their sights on the scene of a riot happening on December 6th, 2015, in the middle of the economic crisis in Exarchia, Athens, Greece. Socrates and Diotima run from the town square. They run into the back streets. Diotima takes Socrates' hand and leads him into an alleyway, up some stairs and into her apartment building, away from the violence. And there, chaos and cosmos make sure that the first kind of love, erotas, starts to take a hold. Their two palms grow hot like steel to flint. Two hands touch, sparks start to glint. She turns the door handle and leads him in. He closes his eyes to let a dream begin. And outside, the sirens call to the apartment, screaming in the gutters, whining in the darkness. An explosion hits 3 blocks away and it hums like a reverberating prayer. The city wakes up, calls the fire brigades as he runs his hands through her hair. Their hearts start to burn as they turn in their feelings, not thinking of the gas bottles in the bottom of the building, or the flames catching the foundations, or the water pipes getting hot. Her bedroom will be ablaze, but for now, their eyes are locked. He's on top. She's on top. He's on top. She peels off the last layer, double checks the door is locked. She holds his spine as she breathes him in. He admires her lines and the desires they bring. Their faces are both exactly grimaces and grins. Their souls start to cross over from the limits of their skins. Level 1 catches fire. A window cracks. Ice melts off the roof and it drips like wax. They didn't notice when the floorboards shook, or the first waves of smoke, or the falling books, or the fires that flickered because their eyes did the same. He spoke her name like a mantra. On his tongue was a flame. He opened up, forgot where he was. She closed her eyes and got lost with the gods. And outside, another Molotov lands on the pavement. A cop car tries to make its way through the mazes. A kid in a tracksuit and full balaclava holds his crutch to police in his full riot armor. Bottles fly as she bites on his shoulder. Her hair stuck with sweat and his touch feels older and known, like home. Like a wayward soldier returned after years but still knows how to hold her. They touch each other way better than they'd ever touched themselves. Making love is a whole language, unwritten but eternally felt. She whispers, "You really are a poet. You speak without speaking." He whispers, "You really are a pilgrim. You seek without seeking." She holds the nape of his neck as she pulls him in deeper. Parallel beats of their hearts. They rise to completion as the room falls to pieces. How beautiful to fall in love together as the world falls apart. They stare out the window as the room fills with smoke. Though neither is suicidal or thinks it's a joke, they both thought of dying in that moment. What a fucking great time to go. He said it's time to go. They put back on their clothes, break out the window, climb down the outside fire escape to the road. The steel balustrade was hot, but they hardly noticed. Tear gas already makes it hard to focus. A petrol bomb bangs against a bus on the block, and it burns like the sun right in front of the cops. And just behind them, a wall of protesters. Link arms, march, and scream. The cops, the TVs, the neo-Nazis, all these pricks have the same wet dreams. The cops, the TV, the neo-Nazis, all these pricks have the same wet dreams. Shit had gotten heavy, the students angry and ready. They rain rocks on the cops and they call that shit confetti. Got a war for you motherfuckers, we got a war. Firebombs fall like tears of the poor. Socrates and Diotima step onto the scene. Duck for cover for a second, for pushing through the streets. Exciticus on fire, they cut through the cemetery. Past cuts your square and the statue of Pericles. Every second corner there's a student on his knees. Cops block the streets like freedom of speech. Cops block the streets like freedom of speech. Past Syntagma Square, heading for the old mosque. Past the ancient clocks and the boarded up shop, they push forward, heading for the back of the Acropolis. Men run past wearing masks of anonymous. Red flares reflect off the surface of an obelisk. The city looks like the dawn of the apocalypse. Diotima takes Socrates over the rocks where they stop on top of the hill of Areopagus. And Socrates catches his breath and says, but we have to go back and fight. Fight for the rights of the poor, for equality for all. Diotima replies, right, we have to fight, but with love, because a loveless revolution makes a future not worth fighting for. We have to fight, Socrates. We have to fight, but with love, because a loveless revolution makes a future not worth fighting for. A loveless revolution makes a future not worth fighting for.